Have you heard the news? Got a brand new show that's breaking all the rules. Started out from BA and now we on the move. From local to global, cause we got something to prove. We came from the bottom, now we at the tippy top. To hold it down for our people, cause we all we got. This is cold, cold world and we keeping it hot. With a future on the line, ain't no time to stop. All work over here, still we having fun. Ain't no holding our tongue. Go get us on the team, yeah, we getting it done. And shout out to Travell, yeah, you number one.
Yeah.
Started with a dream and turned into a vision. Educated new generations is our mission. Ears to the streets, yeah, we steady politicking. If you ain't about to change, mind your business. Wait again, man.
Wave your hands with it. Wait again, minute. Wave your hands with it. Now wait again, minute. Wave your hands with it. Top six like we all up on the ground with it. Now wave your hands with it. Wave your hands with it. Now wait again, minute. Wave your hands with it. Now wait again, minute. Wave your hands with it. We top six like we all up on the ground with it.
Yo, what up? This your boy Super K from Super Sound Lounge, rocking with your favorite podcast, Wait Again a Minute, listed on all platforms, iTunes, Google Play, Tidal, Spotify. Y'all already know the vibe. Tune in.
Yeah.
Good afternoon. Today is Tuesday, April the 12th, 2022. We are here this evening with our special guest, Sungod.
Yeah.
Well, Sungod, how was your day today?
My day was beautiful. Thank you for asking. How was you ladies' day today?
My day was great. What about you, Gam?
My day was good. My voice is going in and out, but other than that, my day was good.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
I feel like Bob Baritone Thomas.
You both sound like Well, today we're here with Sungod, the artist. For all those who don't know who Sungod is, Sungod, please introduce yourself to our listeners and our viewers.
I am Prahlem Sundiata, more widely known as Sungod. I'm just an overall like creator, and I really take pride in expressing myself and expressing my thoughts and my vision through art, through music, through design, and through life.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
where are you from?
I am from Chesapeake. Hot off the port, Chesapeake. You know what I mean? I spent my childhood in Poplar Halls in Norfolk.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So yeah, those parts I'm really inclined with and in tune with. So yeah, pretty much that's where I'm from.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So we are excited that you are here. We're actually honored that you accepted our invitation to
Of course.
come on Wait Again Minute podcast.
Yeah.
And like people don't know, we tell them all the time. I don't know if you hear it or not,
Right.
but people ask us, or if they don't ask, they say, "Well, who did y'all miracle?" I was like, "Sungod."
That would be
Sungod. Like I tell them like all the time, like he did this one
That
behind
would
us,
be me.
and he did the photography one
Yeah.
for us as well.
And he
Facts.
did the Blase boutique for my store as
Yes.
well.
Ain't
Man.
nobody hold on. Ain't nobody asked you
Yes.
to tag your boutique.
Yes, Blase Boutique, 325 High
Blase
Street, Portsmouth,
Boutique.
Virginia.
Already. High Street.
Yeah, he's a very talented guy. I know when he did the mural here for us, he did it with one hand. And I couldn't believe, I was like, it started from like a little circle and then it went from there. I'm like,
Wait a minute.
how's he gonna
But
tear
this
this
here
shit
how
up?
it went. This here how it went. Remember, I was here with him while he was doing it. And I'm texting, I'm like, I don't know how this gonna go because I'm texting Gam saying, I don't know how this gonna go because he just made a little circle. Where did you find him at again? And she's like, what? Let me see,
Right.
send a picture. And I'm like, he's standing up there just
You know, the process is always the beginning process. It's
Right.
even with us growing our hair out. It's
Mhm.
always an ugly stage.
Ugly stage,
yeah.
right?
And then we just go from there. You know what I'm
And
saying?
flipped it.
But Sungod, let me talk about them bad little things behind you. The little did you,
Oh,
did you
these
do
things that were recently added. I like them. I think they add, you know what I'm saying, beautifully to what I've
Yeah,
brought here.
it's definitely,
what I mean?
but see, I don't want to take away from your art. So let me put this out there. Like what had happened was you know, before we had the ceiling lowered, right?
Mhm.
We needed something to condense the sound.
Got you.
So
yeah.
the ladies were in a, you know, like a makeshift box.
Mhm.
And then once the box was taken out, once the ceilings were put in lower,
Right.
then it was like this, you know, it was messed up. So I was like, damn, like what I'm gonna do? Like, so I went to the Dollar Tree. I went to the Dollar Tree and got these
Yeah.
little things just to, you know, to keep it going. So
Right.
but it does add well to your magnificent piece.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I was like, I came in. I don't remember me doing them.
He said, did I do that? I don't remember doing that. I said, no. You did not do
It's
the
cool,
clouds,
though,
the
for
hearts, and the
sure.
stars.
Right.
It's
And then
definitely
another
cool,
thing,
though.
what happened was once I took it down, I thought I saved the color of the paint for the wall.
Right.
But I couldn't find it. And I was like, damn, like I bought some different samples or whatever, and it didn't work. So that's why I ended up putting it up there.
Right.
But then I found the sample. But
Yeah.
either way, I mean, your work is magnificent.
Thank you.
And you can recognize your work. So and, you know, now I'm looking at it, I might need to start doing a little some of that too.
Yeah, art is in all of us.
Go ahead, son. God, it's my art in all of us.
It is. I encourage you or whatever. Like it's and a lot of times it's not in a way that you initially think. When I say like it's always an art to something.
Okay, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, absolutely.
So it's like when you tap into that and you find what that is, man, that's your fulfillment and that's your purpose, and that's what's gonna keep you waking up every morning. You know what I'm saying? Wanting to just get out and attack the world. You know what I mean? With what you got, what value you bring to the world and shit like that. That's what life is about initially.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever you do, it's an art to everything. You know what I mean? For real.
I got you guys. I really apologize for my voice. Let's go get it. You want to say something right quick?
Don't get that water.
Right.
Get that water. Get it right.
Because that water's not going to do anything for the voice.
It's
really not.
My throat is scratching.
It's really not. So,
No, sir.
So anyway, so Sun God, tell us about I know you do the music and you started off with music first, right? So how did you end up getting into the art of painting?
So a lot of people that have been, you know, exposed to what I've done or whatever think that I started off initially doing the music, but it really started off with the art or whatever. Like I've been drawing since I was about 3 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like I started in the church. Like I didn't really know what the pastor was preaching about. I didn't know what was going on. It was just a bunch of stuff going on or whatever. So I was in there, I'd find stuff to occupy my time. So I had a pencil on the paper. You sit next to my grandma and I used to just draw what I saw. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, I used to draw superheroes and cartoon characters and all that. And it just kind of went from there. And it followed me to school and what I would start winning little contests, you know what I'm saying? All of that. And then I just started to just gradually get better and better. And I was like, damn, this is my gift for real. Like, I'm really nice at this shit for real. You know what I'm saying? So that's where it started from for real. It started from the church. And it's crazy because a lot of stuff starts from the church. You know what I mean? You really get introduced to yourself, who you are, because there's so many elements to the church. The church calls for you to do a lot of things. Somebody's either playing music or the
directing,
master ceremony, or they motivationally speaking, or it's a lot of elements in the church that we don't even know about, and we start off like that. You know what I'm saying? So my element was expression. So I'm like, yo, I'm just sitting there drawing things. I didn't even know what I was doing. I'm just expressing myself or whatever. And I don't know why it feels good to do, but it feels good to do. So that's what I'm doing. And then I just end up being really good at it. You know what I'm saying?
It definitely had to be something that you were blessed with. Because, you know, a lot of people doodle or whatever in church, you know, like, but it be just
or pass notes.
Yeah, or pass notes, yeah.
Yep.
it just be doodle. But
Yeah.
fortunate for you, it you were blessed with it. I really do think so.
Right.
So you were in church and you were keeping busy, so you was listening to the pastor.
Yeah, I would. I ain't know what the pastor was talking about for real. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know what none of this stuff mean. It was kind of foreign to me. So I was like, okay, it sound good. What the thing about it is, I think that's why I developed a sense for like, okay, passion. I said, whatever he talking about, he passionate about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like energy transfers.
It does.
So I'm drawn. I'm like, oh, this nigga just went up. He just caught everybody catching the Holy Ghost or whatever. Like, whoo, okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm just sitting in my zone. I don't even know what's subconsciously happening to me right now.
Right.
But the passion behind him preaching, what he's talking about, whatever, I feel like that affected me in the way I used to put things together. I used to draw the band. I used to draw the ladies that was shouting.
So you was catching the Holy Ghost in your paint.
I was catching the Holy
the
Ghost
paint.
early. You feel what I'm saying? So I always been in tune with God or whatever. Whatever this source is, God, Allah, whatever you call him. I always been in tune with him. And I always felt like he was within me. You know what I'm saying? So me calling myself Sun God is not blasphemous. It's like, yo, I'm embodying that energy, that spirit or whatever. And I feel like, yo, I turn into that when I put my, you know what I'm saying? When I put that brush to the canvas or when I put that pen to the pad, however I'm expressing myself or whatever, I feel like that godliness is coming up out of me. You know what I'm saying? When I do that. So yes, everything started in the church and rightfully so. That's why I'm so, you know what I mean? Yeah.
You know, that's kind of deep. I would have never, thought that. So you're basically saying that even down to your name, Sun God,
right?
All of that kind of like collectively, your art, whether you painting, what's going on, you was drawing what was going on, or you was writing lyrics to a song. Everything basically came out of what you was experiencing and how you was feeling without realizing this is what you feeling, because you say even as they caught the Holy Ghost and the spirit was going up, that's when you really got really excited with your drawing and your writing. Oh, that's deep.
For real.
Oh, okay.
That is. Okay, now so like far as your artistry, as far as an artist, as far as rapping, did you always know you wanted to be a rapper? Like, how did that come about?
So everything kind of came organically through me trying to express myself and me trying to trying to express to the world, you know what I'm saying, who I am and you know, why I am the way I am. You feel what I'm saying? And why you hearing it the way you hearing it. Everybody views life through a different lens.
That's right.
So I'm trying to give you my lens. So it's not gonna be this man's lens or that man's lens or whatever. It's gonna be something where or whatever. It's like collectively, it's a bunch of elements put together, basically through my experiences or whatever. And if you relate to whatever you relate to, then that's a plus for me. You know what I'm saying? So basically, that's just how my style's always been set up. And I didn't realize that until recently, to as of late, to you know what I'm saying? Like that's how my style is set up, off different elements, off different experiences that I've been through in my life or whatever. And I kind of put this together with that together with this or whatever. And I create this whole new experience. And then I just deliver it. And however, you know what I'm saying, you receive it, however you receive it. But I know somebody is calling for it. Somebody wants to hear it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna reach to somebody or whatever. I'm not here to entertain the masses with no circus show. This is me all the way. You know what I mean?
Right.
I understand that, you know what I'm saying? Like I may not be for everybody. I may not match up to everybody's energy or their frequency or how they is, right? you know what I'm saying, what they dealing with eternally and all that.
Right.
But the people that's dealing with what I'm dealing with eternally, that's who I'm looking to connect
Who's
with.
gonna resonate with,
You
right?
feel what I'm saying? So that's my place, that's my purpose. That's where I'm targeting or whatever.
Right.
And if you fall into that, you know what I'm saying? If I fall into your, you know what I'm saying, whatever,
Yeah.
then that's a plus. You feel what I'm saying? So
And that's what I like about you. Because I downloaded your CD.
Right. Appreciate that, man.
And I like that you are definitely who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't have to fit into the mainstream of what everybody's doing.
Right.
And that's kind of that's very different.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people want to go down the same road,
same path,
you know, same path or whatever.
Yeah.
But you aren't afraid to be who you are and express yourself how you feel as though you need to express yourself.
Exactly.
And that's so I commend you and I respect you for that.
Appreciate that.
That you're, you know, and it to me, the more I listen to you, it kind of it's like full circle to me with you. Like you said, like from the church and you know how you do everything, how you feel as though you need to do it.
Right.
You don't have to follow suit.
Right, exactly.
So that's a plus. So I know that you aren't signed to anyone, right? So you want to continue being independent.
Exactly.
Because you get to create control.
Right. I'm all down for doing partnership deals. You know what I'm saying? All down for networking and collabing with bigger entities, but I really want to keep my my ownership, and I want to keep my soul, and I want to keep what keeps me going every day. I want to keep that shit exclusive to me. I don't want nobody to have control of that. You feel what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
That's not worth any amount of money.
So you're not willing to sell your soul?
I'm not willing to sell my soul, man.
That's right.
Like they don't even know, man. They have no clue or whatever at all as to what I possess in my mind and my spirit. You know what I'm saying? They ain't seen my best. You ain't seen nowhere near my best. And I feel like that's not, nobody can put a price tag on that at all. You feel what I'm saying? Because you don't know the effect it's going to cause in the future.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like for me to put a price tag on it now, I'd be cheating myself. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm all for that. But, you know, I've been down that road where, okay, we do business over here and then we do business over there. And it's kind of like you got to stick to a certain structure.
Oh, you definitely not about walking between that walking in that line.
That's not me at all or whatever. I'm here to disrupt. Straight up. You feel what I'm saying? I'm here to disrupt shit or whatever. And that's just me. I've accepted that role. And guess what? I take a lot of hits on the chin for that.
Right.
I take a lot of hits on the chin for that. And I gotta be willing to accept my role as who I am. I'm
speaking. Be willing to embody that.
I gotta be willing to embody that. Exactly. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't do no sucker shit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna catch me kissing nobody's ass. You ain't gonna catch me knocking at somebody's door to let me in.
Right.
I'm sitting here, I'm creating my own. My shit ain't even a door. My shit is a portal.
Okay. I got
For real. You feel what I'm saying? Cause where I'm tapped in at or whatever, like I'm in this for a whole bigger purpose or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole bigger purpose or whatever. Like, you know, a lot of times things are money driven. A lot of things are money driven or whatever. The money gonna come.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
or whatever. True. But you gotta be true to yourself. You gotta be true to your passion, or that shit ain't never gonna work out for you for real. You can see what you
end quick.
Yeah, you can see what old boy doing up the street and seeing shit working for him, but that's working for him or whatever, because obviously that's, you know what I'm saying?
But you don't really know what he's doing for it to work for him. Exactly.
Right, exactly. And I can sit here and I can see all the things people complain about on social media. And I already know y'all not willing to take the type of sacrifices I'm willing to take for this. For real. I already
So have you
know.
So have you ever been close to or been like, I mean, have you ever been close to or have signed the deal?
Yeah, I was with a label called Blue Bandit, and collectively as a label, we had signed to Rockefeller, the Rock Nation distribution, whatever. But we keeping it all the way real, right?
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
That's some shit that was all smoke and mirrors. For real.
Okay.
It sounded cute. It looked cute. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, yo, shit, yo, goddamn, oh, you got to rock that shit, cosign or whatever. We ain't got cosign for shit. You know what I'm saying? We went and met with an entertainment lawyer and all that shit like that or whatever. Like, she was official, got us in the door with all of this, but niggas still had to put in the work and all that.
Right.
And then like we getting moved to the front of their itinerary. Like, oh, we got to push these niggas or whatever. They the ones and all that. You know what I'm saying? That's be the biggest misconception. Nigga think cause, oh nigga, I just got a fucking hit. I got dope ass music or whatever. Like, nigga, I'm about to be the one. Man, that shit don't be working like that at all, bro. For real. Like, it's really politics and it's really favors and it's really you know what I'm saying? It's really like where your position is at or whatever, as far as like how you gonna fall into place and shit like that or whatever. So it's like at the end of the day, it's always up to the artist to grind their way to the top or whatever and figure it out for themselves. Like a label is not gonna do that for you. You feel what I'm saying? That shit is not gonna do that for you at all. Like,
right,
you know
because
you
gotta realize you're just coming into a situation, right?
Right.
They already have a roster.
Right.
So they already got something they're trying to put out. So it's up to you to grind and getting in the grind to hopefully bump them people so that you can get in that position. But and they already it is politics because they already kind of liking and backing who they backing. So now, like you the new one, and like you said, you part of rock, you get your little chain and all that. It looks good, but it doesn't make sense.
We ain't been in the office. They ain't even showing us a chain design.
Oh wow.
We ain't even see what our chains was gonna look like.
You ain't see it long enough or not.
So what happened? Like, what happened at the end? What happened?
I mean,
it didn't go all the way through.
At the end or whatever, like, everybody collectively for their own reasons when they separate ways or whatever, people just people lives just took them in different directions or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I never undermine or never take for granted that experience. That was a dope experience or whatever like that. But at the end of the day, it didn't work out the way we thought it would work out and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? For whatever reason.
So y'all was able to get out of it, even with being in the contract, y'all was able to get out of it? Or the contract had expired?
Yeah, it won't like, oh, y'all owe us this amount of money. So, nigga, y'all got to be signed to us for this long. Man, them people ain't give a fuck whether we left or not. You know what I'm saying? We just was there.
taking up space.
Yeah, taking up space. You know what I'm saying? Our music was good enough to get heard and be enough to where it's like, okay, respectably, they can be on distribution. They can get distribution. But even in Virginia, like, we couldn't sell out no show at the Nova by ourselves and shit. You know how that shit go. It doesn't have anything to do with the music. The music was crazy. Like, even from the R&B aspect of the music to the rap of the music to the club songs we had, like, we could literally perform a whole concert. Like, we could perform an hour worth of concert with songs back to back, where you would not get tired, you would not get like, oh, they losing steam.
Right.
We got that type of sauce in the studio. Whether niggas admit it or not, niggas know. They already know. It's something different when we come through that studio and we put down what we put down. You feel what I'm saying? It's like you either get it
or
you don't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it won't never nothing forceful. It just was us really having it. Like, for real, you know what I mean? And then, us clicking up or whatever and trying to make this this dream become bigger than life, become larger than life. You know what I'm saying? There was just a lot of things we didn't understand, a lot of things we didn't know. That's all a part of the process and shit like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's cool. You feel what I'm saying? I enjoyed the time, you know what I'm saying, that we had, go on that run or whatever. It was cool. But
Do you think that you're misunderstood a lot of times?
of course, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, if if we speaking for real, a lot of people fear me, and what I'm able to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't even gonna sugarcoat nothing.
Oh, no.
We can put the product next to the product. It don't matter what it is.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a song, if it's art, if it's a clothing design,
Right.
it don't matter. I'm not from y'all world. Now I operate on y'all world. I don't operate in y'all world. Feel what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I'm something they ain't never seen before. And the fact that I don't kiss ass, you're not gonna embrace me.
Oh, no, not at all.
You're not
Yeah.
gonna embrace me. You may very well show me love here and there for different things that don't really fuck with your insecurities.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're a rapper, right, you're gonna really tap into my art.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a threat in that world.
Okay, because you're secure in who you are.
Exactly. If you're an artist that just paints, you're not gonna mind tapping into my music, right?
Right.
If you're a designer that designs, you're not gonna mind tapping into my music or my art or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? That's not really threatening to what you do.
What you do, yeah. Until you veer into their lane.
Right. Until
Yes.
it seems like I veer into their lane. But the thing about it is, I'm not veering into your lane.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just expressing myself in different forms. You feel what I'm saying? Like I like to dress, I like to express myself through art, and I like the feeling I get when I create music and shit like that. So it's not to step on nobody's toes and not to get in anybody's way. This is just me expressing myself. Like I done been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? I done been through a lot, and you know what I'm saying? The beauty of being able to express myself is I get to share my story with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And people get to be in tune with my unique situations and how I was able to, and I feel like if I'm able to tell people like, yo, what I had to get through to get to where I'm at, it's like the ultimate motivation. Cause I'm the real underdog, but I ain't got underdog type talent though.
Right. But let me ask you this.
You feel what I'm saying?
What are some of the things that you have been through that people don't know that you've been through?
Okay. Shit, where do we start? Some things are self-inflicted. Some things are out of our control. We can go a whole lot of different routes with this topic. I was raised in a decent household for sure, right? And my mom and my dad, they didn't end up being together. That's kind of like common for the black household. Your mom and dad don't end up being together later on down the line or whatever. So that doesn't necessarily seem like an excuse you need to make for falling short of any of your goals or anything like that, right? But at the same time, things affect people differently or whatever. So you can't never judge somebody on, you know what I'm saying, things that they go through and shit, and kind of like put them in this space to where they feel like they should react a certain way. You shouldn't. That's unfair. You feel what I'm saying? But I went through all of that or whatever. Like I said, I was raised in the church, right? But as I, as I grew and I matured mentally and I start kind of thinking for myself with a lot of things, I started to see like, yo, something ain't right. It's like we're born or we're groomed into struggle being a normalcy or whatever like that, right? Or working for somebody is a normalcy. Not owning shit is a normalcy, right?
That's true.
Yeah. That's
And I just started to see like, yo, this not my mama fault. This ain't my dad fault. This ain't nothing. Like I'm exposed to new information, right? So it's like, I don't know. College seems like the right thing to do, but it doesn't seem like the right thing to do. This is not really pulling me in emotionally. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting here like, yo, where do I go from here?
Basically,
Whatever.
From what I'm getting, you trying to figure out where you fit in.
Right. Where do I fit in? Because I always knew I was like different or whatever.
Okay.
But it's like you don't want to overly obsess about, yo, I'm so fucking different or whatever. I don't know if I need, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, for real, it's like I kind of wanna fall in line with a lot of things that are normal because, you know what I'm saying? I'm not at that point in time, that point in my life, I'm not really trying to go against the grain. I ain't really trying to disrupt shit. I'm trying to go about life like I think you should go about life. You feel what I'm saying? Okay, graduate from high school, you go to college. But instead of going to college, I went from high school and then I went to college my first year. Then I went to the penitentiary. So that was my first. So I spent 4 years I was supposed to spend in college. I spent 4 years in the penitentiary.
And what did you go to the penitentiary for?
I was in the penitentiary for armed robbery.
Whatever. Why you ain't what my piece said?
No, but look, and it's crazy, right? Because it wasn't armed robbery because we was just super duper poor or super just out back with shit. It was just like adrenaline.
Oh, okay.
It's fucked up for real because it was like an adrenaline rush. It's like, yo, look at these bitch ass niggas over here. Like, yo, we can rob these niggas or whatever. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like we did it a couple times before we end up getting caught this time or whatever.
So you saying it was like you and a couple of your college friends?
It was a couple. None of them are my friends. Okay. as of now.
Yeah, right.
No, not. I'm talking about then. At that point.
Then they was like, I consider them friends. It's even funny saying it now or whatever because all of them turned out to be everything other than
a friend.
Facts. You feel what I'm saying? But at that time we made the wrong decisions or whatever, and we end up doing some shit that cost us some time. You know what I'm saying? And everybody ain't stand tall. You know, you deal with that whole you know what I mean? Nigga offer you some shit and you telling your friends that happened or whatever. That's why I be like, when nigga be talking about, man, such and such, and nigga be snitching or whatever. I'm like, nigga, have you ever been in a room where motherfucker been interrogating you and all that shit and they throw some numbers at you and you held it down? No, you haven't. So shut the fuck up.
Right.
For real. You know what I'm saying? Because 90% of them would tell it.
Yeah, that's right.
For real. You feel what I'm saying? And whether they from the street or whether they from wherever, it don't matter. You feel what I'm saying? But I was always taught or whatever to where it's like, yo, look, if you did it, you have to deal with that shit. You have to deal with the consequences as a man. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, I did this shit.
Yeah.
Like, mind you, you don't want to tell your grandma and all that shit. Like, yo, I was out here robbing niggas and shit like that, whatever. But that's what your grandson did.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's like I got to deal with the consequences of that. So we end up, you know what I'm saying, going down that road or whatever like that. And unfortunately or whatever, I had to do like 4 years. I ended up getting the most time out of everybody. You know what I'm saying? I did time with a former friend. He's not a friend anymore. But I did time with him or whatever. And we kind of like, we bit it a little bit together. But, coming out after that, we had different mentalities.
Right.
Whatever. I know me. I'm not trying to go down this. I'm not even trying to glorify it. I'm not trying to tell niggas I got locked up.
Right. Yeah.
It doesn't do nothing for me.
Right.
Who cares?
Right.
You get out of penitentiary today, you go back to your block telling niggas, yeah, I just did motherfucking 10 years. Young niggas smoke your boots.
Yeah.
For real. They don't care about that shit. You feel what I'm saying? So it's not nothing to glorify or nothing to be overly trying to, you know what I'm saying? With all this bravado, be macho about. You know what I mean? So I just move forward from there or whatever. And I'm looking at life in a totally different aspect. I'm like, yo, how can I change my life and my situation? How can I really like impact the world without
in a positive way?
In a positive way, because I was damaging to the world before then. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, get money how you get money. I'm not tripping how you get money or whatever, but I didn't have to hurt anybody to do that.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have to hurt nobody to do that or whatever. So I just had a whole different aspect on life or whatever. And you know, niggas was just so stuck on Yo Gotti, trying to be Yo Gotti and trying to be Gucci Man and trying to be all these niggas or whatever like that and trying to goddamn live out that type of lifestyle or whatever. I'm like, yo, you don't realize like these niggas then transitioned.
Right. Yeah.
They're just spitting their experiences and shit. I'm like, yo, you really trying to live that shit out. Yeah. Like trying to really, you know what I'm saying? Like embody that or whatever. And I'm like, yo, like, y'all niggas is some fucking clowns.
But see, that's how it is. A lot of times people just see people where they are.
Right.
They don't see from whence they came.
Right, exactly.
So they look at the lights, you know, the new teeth and all the eyes and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? New teeth and new body and all stuff like that. And they look at that and they look at that illusion and they run with it.
Right.
But I think that it's still that doesn't allow them to be who they are, like be self-conscious of who they are.
Exactly.
Because they're trying to live that American dream too.
That image,
image,
You know what I mean?
It's crazy.
It's sad, man, for real. And when people really realize, people realize when it's too late.
Yeah.
That's the sad thing about it. Like your family, your kids, your wife, your mother, your father, your brother. That's really important. That's the most important thing. You know what I'm saying?
Family, yeah.
Family is important or whatever. And the first people you call as soon as you fuck up is family.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Think about who's doing what you was doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy, man. Like, I don't approach life like that no more. Like, mind you, I still go through life every day. Like, you know, I'm a painter. I do music. I'm into a lot of things or whatever. You know, the entrepreneurship. My wife got the T-bar and all that shit like that, right? But it ain't like we don't come up on hard times.
Yeah.
Oh, I still get them demon time thoughts, but I don't entertain them though. I don't entertain them.
So let me ask you this: what would you say to somebody who had those demon thoughts, right? And they're going through a tough time, and they want to result back to,
but they're entertaining them.
Yeah,
right.
Like, what would you say to that person?
What I would say to that person is like, yo, all of the bad days you done went through, then you get through them.
Yeah, that's right.
You got through them.
Right.
So it's like you live to fight another day, not to take from Pops. Or whatever from Friday, not to take from that quote or whatever, but that's real shit. It's like you live to fight another day or whatever. It's like you don't gotta risk your life to try to survive out here for real, man, because once they catch up to you, it's over with. You feel what I'm saying? It's a wrap. And yo, they taking a lot of time off your life.
Oh, yeah, they getting
like
football numbers.
Do we sit and realize like, yo, I was sitting here, I was facing some shit or whatever. Luckily enough for my co-defendant's other lawyer, he's so nice with it. The nigga Slippo from Virginia Beach, he's so nice with it. He ended up, any charge knocked off of his charge is knocked off my charge as well.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh yeah, this nigga a beast. Oh yeah, he gonna get us up out of here.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So at that time when that was going down or whatever, but everybody don't got that situation.
That's right.
Everybody can't afford them fucking lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas is walking into my type of situation with public defenders and getting they fucking boot smoked. You feel what I'm saying?
That's right.
Luckily, I had a little bit of family backing to where I could, put up some money for a decent lawyer and all that shit like that to fight the little knucklehead shit I did, man. You feel what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But everybody's not fortunate like that. Like, I bid it with people younger than me doing 50 years.
Oh, Jesus.
It's like, you looking at this shit, I'm like, yo, you get back out here on the land and you see how these niggas is playing around with life. It's like, y'all niggas have no fucking clue.
Going rocks at the penitentiary every day.
I said, yo, you gonna fucking deteriorate. Your life is gonna deteriorate after you get caught up doing what you doing, after trying to look the part for niggas that don't give a fuck about you.
A street cloud.
That means absolutely nothing.
That's right.
This world is transitioning. You still trying to look gangster to niggas? For real? You still trying to look tough to niggas? Like, I don't understand that shit. That shit is like so old fashioned. That shit makes you no money. You know what I'm saying? That shit gives you no peace at all. You feel what I'm saying? And it's crazy because the niggas that you're trying to look tough for, it's all bitch ass niggas too.
That's true.
For real.
Oh, one thing about it, he gonna keep it funky, man.
Yeah,
He's definitely unapologetic.
I throw on all these
right.
I throw on all these colors, these bright colors, these dope colors or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? Because my mind is colorful. My mind is expanding. My mind is growing. I'm all for expanding the mind or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? The world is beautiful. You should want to go see the world and what the world has to offer. You should want to be in this climate. You seen all this shit that's going on in this climate right now, and niggas is wrapped up in this or whatever, and just strictly like they mindset is on what's going on right now, not anything outside of this. And that's what's killing us for real. You feel what I'm saying? You got this nigga that just did this interview about killing his girl, the nigga that adopted him. Right. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
those are closed-minded individuals, though.
Bro, I'm like, yo, this is crazy to me. Like, what y'all really like tying y'all mind around? You feel what I'm saying? It's a crazy world out here. It's different out here, yo. It's different. And you should be trying to do everything you can in your nature to separate yourself from that energy or whatever and get to another place to where you securing your family and your legacy or whatever. Cause you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, say you do all that gangster shit or whatever you set out to do and you proved yourself to be this, what are you left with?
Nothing.
70 years.
Yeah.
Yep. That's about it.
70 years and a baby and a baby mama or whoever that's gonna get fucked by somebody else.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what you left with.
And then your kid, and
then your kids being raised by somebody else.
Right.
Is it really worth it? You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, look, I reserve all that shit for when if it need to happen, it need to happen. Now this is something that's something that I can't avoid. Something that I couldn't control, a situation out of my control. If it need to go there, it need to go there. But it's not gonna go there or whatever if it doesn't have to.
So it's like for you, it's like you're back up against the wall type thing.
If my back is against the wall or whatever,
I'm doing what I
got. I got kids to get home to, got a wife to get home to. I'm not playing with you. Straight up. You feel what I'm saying? Get all this paint shit fucked up and get all this rap shit fucked up. I'm not playing with you niggas. You feel what I'm saying? Real talk. And
I'm
don't
laughing,
get it twisted.
but I believe
Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, like
don't get it twisted.
Like don't get it twisted or whatever. Like, and it's not even it's not even a part of our nature. Our nature, we are peaceful people, whatever. But don't push us.
Yeah.
Feel what I'm saying?
So
don't push us.
Would you say that I know you mentioned the colors, and your colors relate to your mind.
Right.
But do you actually think that like your paintings also represents like today's society, what you think about this, what's going on in the world, and your mind, and you mix it all in? Because I've seen some of your paintings, and it's like you have one painting, but you have about 10 different things going on in that one painting. Not to even talk about all the different colors, because I like the colors. The colors are so nice, but I like colorful things. But do you think that your paintings, when you're painting, you have something on your mind and you paint about it?
Yeah.
Do you do those? Because I know some painters or artists, I shouldn't say painters, they're artists. They'll say, however I'm feeling is, what comes out.
Right.
Because I know, let's get back to when you did the Wait Again a Minute logo on the wall that day when I had sat in here with you.
Right. And you
drew that
there
circle.
talking about, oh, he drawing circles, girl. I don't know what
I
he
sent
doing.
that text. Yes, you drew a circle. I said, and he stood back and he watched. You were standing there just watching, and I was like, I think he's thinking about. He has a paper taped to the wall. But I'm like, I think he's thinking. Then remember I asked you. You remember I asked you? I said, what are you doing?
Oh yeah, that little paper or whatever shit just a reference.
Right.
It's just something to kind of go off of.
Right.
But it's nothing that's going to turn out to what it's going to actually
right
look
because
like.
your paper had nothing on it really. It really had nothing. I was like, what are you doing? Like, do you know what you're gonna do? You said, I'm thinking. But even with that, I was sitting there watching you, and you stood there, and I can see the wheels spinning. Right. And then you got this smile on your face, and you started painting, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I think I blinked, and then all of a sudden it was that. I said, I don't know what happened, but it just popped up. So do you like use your painting as like a relief for everything that's going on, around you or in your mind? Do you use
so every painting is kind of like a release of it's like I got it off. You feel what I'm saying? Because I receive like so many downloads or whatever. I don't know where they come from, but it's so many downloads, and it's like, yo, I gotta get it off.
Right.
I be telling wifey in the crib, I be like, yo, I'ma chill. This is my last painting, and then I'ma just, you know what I'm saying? I'ma just push these or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? But then something just come to me again, and it's like, yo, I gotta be at it again or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? So I find myself in front of the canvas for about 3 days, sweating. I ain't take no shower or nothing. I'm going hard. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I just gotta get it off. It's like I just gotta get it off. I gotta see what this is gonna be or whatever. And it's crazy because I love that part of being a creator or whatever. I excite myself.
Right. That's what I was about to ask you. Do you actually get that excited?
Hell yeah. I get excited about what I'm gonna come up with and what I'm gonna see and how it's gonna turn out, because I never know how it's gonna turn out or whatever, until I get to a certain point and I look at it and I'll be like, oh yeah, this shit about to be crazy. And then I get into it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man.
So do you also do the painting and the figures that's on your clothing? Because I know you do clothing. You haven't mentioned your clothing much, but
yes. So Volt or whatever. Volt, it started with Volt. He's it's an angel or whatever who's you can harness like electricity or whatever for power or whatever. And the electricity is we made it with electrical beings and shit like that, and that's how we receive signals and all that. And I didn't know what I was doing at the time. Feel what I'm saying? And it's just kind of like, I don't know what I'm doing still. But something is just, it keep coming to me it's clicking, and I just keep creating this shit. I don't have an explanation for it or what I'm doing, but when it's coming, and then I'm creating this shit, and it's just creating a bigger world or whatever. And I'm like, yo, this shit means something. So I'm sitting and I'm locked in this shit, and then I'm like not really dealing with the world outside of me. I'm in my world or whatever.
In your own bubble.
And that's my peace. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, I really got something with this or whatever. You feel what I'm saying?
So what does your the painting that's on your hoodie? What were you thinking, and what does that represent?
So this is Utopia. So I'm Gemini.
Okay.
So I deal with like the twins, balance, both sides, dark and light. I use both of them. I use dark to fight dark. I use light to shine light or whatever on whatever I feel need to shine light on. But it's like Utopia, and then I got the underworld. So I had two versions of these hoodies. The other hoodie is like more like a lavender tint tone. The other character is not Volt, it's Viper. So that's the other side of me.
Okay.
Whatever, right? So don't get Viper confused for being of a super villain or whatever, right? He has his reasons, he has his ways. It's kind of like Black Panther with Killmonger having his reason and having his ways for how he carries shit. You feel what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that fine balance or whatever.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm using both of them, Utopia and Underworld or whatever. And I use them energies or whatever, and I put them together, and then I just create a whole universe, a whole world or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I just get wrapped up in that shit or whatever, and it kind of like not distract me from what's going on outside of this, but it keep me away from hearing a lot of the bullshit propaganda that be going on in the world for real, for real. I be really locked in on my art for real. You feel what I'm saying? And then even it's crazy because even I set up my artwork and wrong time, brother. I set up my artwork, I set it up. My daughters even communicate with it. She take the cup or whatever, a juice, and try to pour the juice onto the daggone painting. Like trying to, cause some of the paintings got their mouth open or whatever. Try to, you know what I'm saying? Or she'll have some food, try to feed the painting.
Wow.
You feel what I'm saying? Cause they standing right level 2 or whatever. I ain't got enough wall space in the crib. I got so many, so I just got them set up everywhere.
Yeah.
So she'll go and communicate with them or whatever, and I'll be like, yeah.
So yeah, because I noticed that you even drew on your furniture.
Yeah, yup.
I said this dude done drew on his couch.
I draw anything. For real.
Like, so what does your hat mean? By the way, I love my hat. I done had a couple people trying to buy my hat from me that I have in the store.
Facts.
But I just used the hat. Only my mannequins in the store wear my hat.
Right.
So what does your hat actually mean? That drawing up there, what is that about? So
this right here, I'm heavily inspired from Virginia culture or whatever. I kind of got this concept of the mouth from Bape and Ape. That's what we came up on. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's Virginia culture. So I just added a body to it for real.
Oh, okay.
And then, you know what I'm saying, I painted on the trucker hat or whatever. But it's like the lady at the embroidery shop was tripping. She was just going up in prices, or they weren't really doing what I needed them to do. So I said, shit, I'm about to just paint on these shits myself. Fuck the embroidery. You know what I'm saying? I painted on them joints. That made them even more exclusive, like one-on-ones. Boom, I can bust these out for like $100 a pop.
Right.
Because it's my artwork on this shit at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So it's like, say if my name just elevate the next day or whatever, and I just go straight to the top, motherfucker take this hat and resell it.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, when you buy from me, it's investment.
Yeah.
You're not buying nothing from me. It's investment.
Right.
It's all investments and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I really like feel where my value comes in at, because a lot of designers, they can't do it. They can't do what I do.
Yeah.
You
So
know what
as
I mean?
far as your painting on canvas and stuff, I know you had kind of vaguely mentioned, but how are you selling those? Are you selling those, or are you doing the art shows?
Right.
What about the art shows?
So I did my first art show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, I let people know a day advance, nigga shit. See how powerful my influence is.
Right.
man, a couple people came out to that joint. It was all right for real. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate everybody that came out to that joint. But the way it was set up, I was supposed to promote it like a week before, but it was some complications or whatever. We didn't know whether we gonna throw it or not. But we just ended up throwing it and shit like that. And it ended up being a great turnout. So it was a hybrid event. It was an art show / like album release or whatever.
For
so
you?
Right.
Okay.
So I played like a lot of my album cuts or whatever while, you know what I'm saying, having my art displayed and all of that. You feel what I'm saying? And it was super dope. But you know, my next go around with this, when I do an art show or whatever, I wanted to be official.
Right. Yeah.
Super official. I'm big on that. You know what I'm saying? It's like nothing that I've seen done. I feel like I feel like I can do everything that I've seen done on such a high level that I hold myself to that standard or whatever. I don't want to do anything short of that. You know what I'm saying? Even if I ain't got as big as the influence as whoever it is that's doing it, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, hold myself short of that, because I know my product speak for itself.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And I could compete in any arena. It don't even matter. I can compete in any arena for sure. I got that much confidence in me. I got that much confidence in me.
As you should.
Where I do this 24/7. You feel what I'm saying? With my eyes closed. And all the bread you see, this is off of my blood, sweat, and tears. This is off of my back.
Right.
I don't knock nobody for no job or nothing like that. Like, mind you, like, I think that's a smart way to do it. Having a job and then investing from your job into but I do this 24/7.
And it's making a way.
I'm making a living from this shit. And I feel like that's different in itself, especially here where we don't got a lot of resources for real.
Right.
For me to be exposed to certain systems and that. We ain't got no professional teams. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We ain't really got no industry like that to where it's like.
Yeah.
So are you considering, I know when we was talking earlier, you were saying you was considering doing like a on the road type of art show.
Right. Yeah.
Tour.
Yep. So I plan to take my art on the road for real, and really see how far that can go, because honestly speaking, like, I just take cockiness and all that bravado, all that type of talk out the equation. I know how powerful I am. I'm already aware of that. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think in different locations where it's the scene that's ready for what I got. You know what I'm saying? Or has it been exposed to what I got? Value it in a different way.
Right.
Value it in a different manner. Shit like that. Like, I ain't never trying to knock Virginia or nothing like that or whatever, but at the end of the day, I don't really know how far I can take it operating from here, man.
Right. So
I think you're bigger than Virginia.
Right.
I've been
do you believe it? Like, sometimes certain people and certain platforms are bigger than the area in which you live.
Right.
And I think you are definitely ahead of your time. You're confident in who you are.
Right.
Your work is excellent.
Right.
But with that being said, when you're doing your murals, right? Have you ever sold one for a large amount of money? Or
yes, I sold the Virgil piece for 15 bands or whatever.
How did that make you feel? Did you think the person was joking?
Wait a minute. First of all, what are bands for those who don't know?
15,000.
Okay.
Or whatever.
You said whatever. 15,000 or whatever.
Or whatever.
Oh. Okay.
And that was my biggest piece. That was a unicorn sale. So when I say unicorn sale, that doesn't happen often. Right. So I guess when people seen that, people were like, "Oh, well, this nigga missed the big shot."
Right.
no, nigga, I still got to maintain a living.
That's
so
right.
I still do things in price range.
Mhm.
You feel what I'm saying? Operating from where I'm from, nigga, I can't sell every piece for 15,000 right now. So I still gotta operate, you know what I'm saying, in a way to
In the
where
market
it's
that
like
you
I
in.
know I will make some consistent income and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? And honestly, after I made that sale,
Mhm.
I won't get hit up like that. It's a gift and a curse.
Okay.
It's like, yo, once you go up like that or whatever, it's like people feel like, yo, I can't reach out to this nigga for no shit though. But the thing about it is, like, yo, you can't even look at it like that, man. At the end of the day, that happened for me.
Right. Yeah.
Right? But I'm still here. I'm still trying to make a way for myself. 15,000 is not gonna I'm not fucking out of here
Yeah,
from,
it ain't
from
gonna be
that.
Turn off that.
That's
Maybe
ain't
15
that bill
million.
money?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's bill money for
So
real.
what
You
is
feel what I'm
next?
saying?
So what is next for Sun God? You have your painting going,
Right.
you have your clothing line, you have
Mhm.
your music. What is
Yeah.
next
So what's next is
within the next 5 years?
within the next 5 years, I don't even know, and that's the beauty of it, because if I knew what was to come, it probably would disable me.
Mhm.
Mm.
I never
So
thought about it like that.
yeah, if I knew what was to come, it
Right.
probably would disable me. So the thing I would say is the thrill of not knowing is what keeps me going,
Mhm.
because I feel like the way other people have gotten on and the way other people have been able to reach those plateaus, I feel like I'm coming in a whole nother different way. I'm a whole different type of energy. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Mhm.
Like when they let me in the door, it's a ball game. You feel what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I don't even knock niggas that don't even push me like that out here.
Mhm.
Oh, you don't want me to goddamn.
But see,
No.
You don't want me. You don't want me to take. You don't want me to go up how I feel like I need to go up for real, because I'm going to change the whole dynamic. You know, people that really are in tune with themselves, people that really are true to their craft, people that are really locked in to their abilities and shit. Those are the ones that would thrive after me.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't thrive after they see whatever the next man doing, and they know such and such and such and such. So they able to be in a position of where they get exposed, and they feel like that's the thing.
that's the way to go.
But
Yeah.
it ain't the thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying, and I'm not like no hard critic or nothing like that. But if you going up in a certain way, or if you being presented to the town like, yo, you this thing or whatever, I need to feel like, oh yeah, like I see that. I don't be seeing that shit
Mhm.
in niggas or whatever. I don't be seeing that. I don't be feeling it. I
But
don't be
see,
feeling the connection
right.
for real. I
That's
don't think niggas be real true to what, you know what I'm saying, they got going on for real, for real.
but
I'm like,
they're
is it
only
them?
doing right, but they're only doing what they know. So
Right,
they're not gonna push you and encourage you because it's foreign to them.
right,
So in the same sense, like with you, they can't. You look at them like what is y'all doing?
right.
But they, a lot of people just like we said earlier, a lot of people follow suit. They
Facts.
don't want to make their own way because they don't want to seem unpopular. They
Right.
don't, stuff like that. So
Mhm.
that's how that's done now. With all the
Yeah.
things that you are doing, what if you had to choose one thing? What would it be and why?
To continue doing
Continue doing.
and give up everything else.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, because you're actually doing so much, and you're talented in everything that you're doing. But if you had the opportunity to do one thing and push it forward,
Whatever it
what would
is
it
that
be?
I'm doing that's influencing my daughters.
Okay. Okay.
Simple as that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because at the end of the day, if my girls is happy with what I'm doing, and it lights up they beams, and it gives them inspiration, and you know what I'm saying, they want to do what daddy does, fuck everything else.
And you
For
like
real.
people don't understand that you are a family man.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
100 grand.
he go ham behind his wife now. Don't let nobody.
Right.
He coming.
I'm coming 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, he coming.
I don't give a fuck what you heard,
Yeah.
or what you think you know, what you thought you knew, or whatever.
Right.
I don't play with my wife, and I don't play with my kids or whatever like that. You feel what I'm saying? You can sit and joke with me all day long, nigga. You can drop a diss record on me. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? If you play with my motherfucking kids and my wife or whatever, like, I'm coming 100 miles an hour. No bullshit. I don't play about that shit.
Right. So let me ask you this. Now, and I get it, and I believe you, because I felt the energy.
Right.
Like, and what you should, because they're your family, and for you, family is first and is everything.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, like with Chris and Will, you think he was justified in smacking Chris?
Hell yeah.
I
Guess
knew you
what?
probably
Because
would.
look, okay, you know all the shit that Jay did and then said and all that shit, right? You gotta think about motherfuckers that we know out here that's got baby mamas and shit that done dealt with the same thing or worse, right? If I'm showing up with somebody, that means you show this amount of respect for this person, like you showed me this amount of respect. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like yeah. Look, when he said that joke or whatever, right? I feel like he wouldn't have got smacked if it was in a room with just they peoples.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? And if it wasn't about a health condition, neither. You feel what I'm saying? I felt like you know what I'm saying, he wouldn't have got smacked then or whatever, but it was like, yo, you okay, you saying this joke or whatever, and this on this fucking platform where you know what this platform is for real. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This shuck and jive ass shit. You know what I mean? So you went and did one of these little jokes or whatever, and that shit ain't spill over right. And then that man got smacked the shit out you.
Yeah, he did.
It just is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, that's what, like, if I'm here with her, regardless of what the fuck happened, with what she been saying, I still honor her and love her as my wife and the mother of my children. It don't matter what we going through. Right. We may be just looking like this in public. I may not fuck with you for real at all, but I'm here with you because it's looking respectable for our kids and our legacy.
Right.
We doing it for our kids and our legacy, right? So you come in between that and you come throw your little joke or whatever with some shit that she's dealing with eternally. Then I'm gonna come smack the shit out you. Don't matter what platform it is. And I hated to see a lot of motherfuckers was like, man, they shouldn't have did that shit on the Oscars or whatever. And it'd be like, a lot of times people don't, like, black folks be like embarrassed for us, but when other white folks see it, fuck them white people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. For real. If you feel like doing what you need to do on any platform,
you act like they used to say. Yeah. So you act up as where you get it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, do what the fuck you need to do. That's my personal opinion. If a nigga see it another way, you know what I'm saying?
That's on them.
Respectfully, that's on them or whatever. I'm not tripping or whatever, but that's just me personally or whatever. You're not gonna say nothing about my wife and her health condition or not like that. Something that's I done seen her affected by whatever in the crib and all that.
Seeing her at lowest points, yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't feel like, I don't think that was 100 for real, man. You know what I mean? I think that was a joke set up. That was a joke written for him to put out there. I don't even think that came from him for real.
And that's what they said. They said that was a joke that was written for that or whatever. But
exactly.
I don't know, but I definitely get it and I understand it. But I wanted to ask you, I have enjoyed our time.
Right.
Even though my voice is like,
it's all good,
going in and out. But I really enjoyed it. Like, I really I really get to see, who you are, which I kind of knew a little bit.
Right.
But you're passionate about what you do.
Yeah.
No matter if it's your art, your your rapping or clothes, whatever it is. And keep pushing.
Hell yeah.
Like keep pushing,
Facts.
keep pushing. Before we go, we always ask our guests how their time was on WAGM Minute. Like, how was your time? Like,
man, I love y'all. I fuck with y'all 100 grand, and I think y'all going to the top, especially with just the awareness. I'm looking at the lights in front of me, and I already know y'all, you know what I'm saying, serious about this shit for real. You know what I mean? Y'all did everything that it took or whatever to create this dope setup and make the artists or the guests or whoever that come through feel like, yo, okay, yeah, we doing this shit. We put some respect on this shit. We put some awareness on this shit. You know what I'm saying? And my experience is super dope. I got a text with all the information, not to bring the kids, not to all type of shit. Show up at this time so we can start promptly at this time. People respect shit like that, man. That's when it's like, if you don't take yourself seriously, nobody else gonna take you seriously and shit like that.
Absolutely correct.
So it's like you looking at it like, okay, yeah, I'm fucking with the real deal. You know what I mean? So yeah, my experiences was dope. And then I came up here not to. I think people come on podcasts and do interviews or whatever and really be sounding super cute and super fucking like political and all that and not really expressing themselves. And nigga, if you mumble, if you stutter, if you whatever the fuck you do, nigga, just be real about what you really feel, nigga. And that's what makes for a great interview and a great experience, you know what I'm saying? Through whether it's a podcast or an interview or whatever, like you just gotta be you and you gotta give yourself to the people 100 grand because it's somebody out here that's like you that's afraid to express themselves.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? The way you do and shit like that. And you just like kind of like a beacon of hope, you know what I mean? For everybody that's coming after you and all that. You know what I mean?
Well, I definitely appreciate you coming. You taking time out your day.
Yeah, definitely.
Coming by, stopping by. WAGM Minute and blessing our platform, and people get to really see, who you are and how you express yourself. And most importantly, that you're unapologetic, you're unfiltered, and you're going to be you at the end of the day. Right. And that's like you said, isn't everybody.
That's not everybody.
Not at all.
That's not for everybody to feel. That's not for everybody to feel like, you know what I'm saying? If you don't feel like you're this, if you don't feel like you're that, or whatever, that's cool. Keep on pace with what you're aiming to be.
That's right, absolutely.
And who you're aiming to be. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying, showboat for the world like you this big shot or whatever until you get there or whatever. Just, you know what I'm saying? I don't really say humble and all that, but just be noble about what you do and all that shit like that. Like, know that you got things to work on. Know that you got things to progress or whatever. And like at the end of the day, ain't nobody looking for nothing perfect. We looking for you.
That's it. And with that being said, we're gonna get on out of here. Yeah. So stay tuned to all things WAGM Minute. With that being said, good night.
Good night.